La da da diddly dee dee doo da doo da. La da da diddly dee dee la dee dee dee.
And we say for everything a reason. And we say for everything a reason.
Hello everybody, this is Randy Hoyle with news from the year 3045, brought to you by Tachyon Technology, faster than the speed of light. And our sponsor, is Cosmos Harmony. Remember, you can find your true love in the galaxy with Cosmos Harmony. And remember, if you'd like to read a good book for a good read, remember The Ballad of Dred Scott. I wrote it. It's the story of a man who is chosen to be the champion of the universe to bring an end to slavery in America before the Civil War. It's based on a true story. There was a Dred Scott. This is number 87, year 3045, number 87. How you doing? I am very happy to be here. I really want to thank YouTube and Google for creating formats like this where people can share things with other people. It's just wonderful. Technology is wonderful. This is my birthday this month. I am now officially 12 years old, as many of you already knew. Now, in the 31st century, people don't celebrate happy birthdays. They don't have happy birthday parties. What they have are happy butt day parties. And the way they celebrate is they get naked, paint their butts orange, and slap each other on the ass with a white paddle. It's a lot of fun unless you fall down, and then you're in a whole lot of trouble. Some of you have asked me, what would hover cars look like in the future? Well, I'm going to show you what a hover car would look like in the future. Here you go. That's a hover car. There you go. Let me back it up a little bit. Actually, this is a Jetsons toy car from the TV series The Jetsons. You know, remember Meet George Jetson? Jane, his wife. Well, this is Jane. Anyway, I just thought that I found this the other day when I was going through my junk. It's really cool. As some of you had noticed, I'm wearing a Rastafarian shirt, but I'm not really a true Rastafarian. I'm a member of a segment of the group for older people. It's known as the Rastafarians. Anyway, here's some video information you might be interested in. This first video you'll find on YouTube. If you just search what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to repeat it twice. It's called How Terminator Should Have Ended. Again, it's How Terminator Should Have Ended. It's a cartoon. It's funny. I like it. It's just, if you want a good laugh, check it out. It involves Back to the Future and the Terminator, and it's pretty good. Another one involves NASA, and a lot of people say, you know, what is NASA doing now? They haven't accomplished anything. They're not going to accomplish anything. But what they're in the process of doing now is commercializing NASA, to turn it into a department of commercialized space. It's a slow process, but they're slowly moving that way. And they're predicting that your first astronauts will, through commercialized space, rockets and stuff, will be 2014. This is a video that deals with it that is pretty good. It's called Commercial Crew CCICAP Partners. Now that CCICAP is, you just type it in together, and again it's Commercial Crew CCICAP Partners. And you also can check out Commercial Crew Program and Commercial Crew Program Movie Trailer. And this describes what NASA is in the process of doing. There's a lot of people complain that NASA is a government entity. Well, they're in the process of commercializing different systems of what they're doing. And it's cool. It's really a good thing. I mean, yes, you're going to have the government in the space to some degree as far as the militaries and stuff like that's concerned. But the commercialization is the real future for outer space travel. Another video is called Proof That We Aren't Alone. Proof That We Aren't Alone. Just check that out on YouTube. For you crop circles lovers, you're going to like it a great deal. It's really good. It's cool. You're going to like it. Now, Halloween is just about here. Now, this is October 28th, 2012. Actually, this is 29th, I guess. 28th or 29th. It's the 29th. And I have predicted UFOs for Halloween, October 31st, November 6th, Election Day. Thank you, Linda Irwin. November 22nd, Thanksgiving. December 21st, Winter Solstice. And yeah, you know, there's already some people now saying that Sandy, the hurricane, is being caused by Nibiru, or the Mayan calendar. You know, I really don't mind people making money, putting their ideas on the internet. I think it's a lot of fun. But when you think you have to scare someone to do it, I think that's a little bit wrong, causing hysteria. What I'm doing is I'm going to live December 21st as though there'll be a December 22nd. That there will be a future. And that I'm not going to do anything that I'm going to regret. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not going to hurt my family. And I'm certainly not going to hurt anybody else if I can help it. I'm going to think before I act. Try to keep a cool head. And I recommend you do the same. As far as Nibiru is concerned, I think there's a possibility that there could be things in space that we don't know about. So I'm not going to say it doesn't exist. But to tell people there's a danger it's going to hit Earth, or we're going to have huge amounts of earthquakes, which we have all the time. There's earthquakes all the time. And that it's going to be the end of the world, or the apocalypse, or whatever. I just don't believe in that. I believe that you shouldn't lose your humanity under stress. So I'm not going to do things like that. Anyway, getting back to my predictions. December 21st, Winter Solstice. December 24th, Christmas Eve. December 25th, Christmas Day. December 31, New Year's Eve. January 1, New Year's Day. Now, for those of you who haven't seen my videos before, the way I make my predictions is I use YouTube as a database. And I pick days that there seems to be a history of UFOs, such as Christmas, New Year's Day, Halloween, and I check them on YouTube to see the amount of activity for UFOs at the time in the past. And when I check it out on YouTube, I don't just say Halloween 2012. I just say Halloween, October 31, no year. And then I type it into YouTube, search it, and it will show a history of past UFOs during that day. And you can do this too. It's really easy. And that's how I make my predictions. And I'm like 90, 95, 90, sometimes 95, sometimes as much as 98% correct. It works. My thinking is that UFOs are prevalent, that there is something always in the sky somewhere, And on holidays, when we have more time to rest, or on days when we're outside more, we're more likely to see things that are around us because we're relaxed. We've got time to look. And that's my thinking. If you like to, you can subscribe to my channel. Please share these videos with your friends. That's what YouTube's all about. Sharing with your friends. Okay, I'm going to move on. Now from news from the 31st century. In a special note, the Space-Time Continuum Board has postponed tomorrow until next year. Another 31st century news. Mike Davis has won his right to die thanks to modern science, technology, and medicine. It is possible, thanks to modern science, technology, and medicine, it is possible to say no to death through cloning, tissue regeneration, and anti-aging medications. However, this has caused some problems because Mike Davis is such a good money earner. His family doesn't want to let him die like he would like to. Mr. Davis had to go to court to have his family stop from using legal procedures to force him to clone himself. Since Mike has won the right to die, he has agreed to be resurrected. He has agreed to be resurrected in 100 years. He says he looks at it as a very long vacation, a long sleep. In other news, the clone known as Jesus, or Jesus, was traveling in the Middle East sector 226, teaching his philosophy when a militant villager killed Jesus with a homemade bomb. The people in that particular village must have been shocked when a new Jesus walked into the village 3 days later and began teaching again. Now, this is a good example of the power of modern science, technology, and medicine. For more info on cloning, check out on Google and YouTube tissue cloning, mammoth cloning, stem cells and organ cloning, stem cell and tissue regenerations. Great stuff. I checked it out. There's some good stuff there. And I particularly like the mammoth cloning. They found mammoth tissue that they believe they could place in the ovum of an elephant and possibly clone a mammoth in the 21st century. Hey, that would be so cool to touch a mammoth, something that had not existed for years. Wouldn't that be so cool? Now for an FYI for the 21st century. Thorium energy and reactors have long since proven their value by being safer and more economical than uranium and plutonium reactors. They're easier to clean, no radioactive rods to dispose of. For future energy needs, consider thorium. That's Thorium, thorium reactors. It's the future. For more info, check out thorium energy and thorium reactors on Google and YouTube. There's some great stuff on there. Pictures and designs and the history of thorium. This is not something totally new. The government thought about making planes that would run on thorium reactors at one time. It's feasible and much safer. Anyway, I've already touched on the Nibiru and the Mayan calendar. Yeah, I mean, actually, people blaming the Sandy hurricane on it. Some people just don't give up, do they? I mean, they just want to worry people to death. It don't make any sense. Remember to work for your dream. Just sitting on your butt, thinking about things you would like to do, just doesn't work. You have to sweat a little bit, take some action. You have to make an effort, and then you can turn your dream into reality, and then you can benefit from having a dream. That's the only way you can benefit from having a dream, is to make it real. Remember to fight for your future. There was a woman who said that anyone who fights for the future lives it today. So fight and work for your future. Fight and work to make it real. Remember what the Dormouse said in Alice in Wonderland? The Dormouse said, feed your head. Read a book, learn something new, take a new course. It's good for you. You never stop learning. Remember that sometimes even when you lose, you can still win if you don't give up your dream. That is the theme of my book, The Ballad of Dred Scott. Going to leave you with a blessing. May you always have the freedom to choose the path of reason, and when reason isn't present, may you have the wisdom to know it. Well, may the universe bless you. And remember that this part of the universe right here looking at you loves and cares about you. Have a good day and a better tomorrow. Bye-bye.